They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Miami, Ohio RedHawks, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Seminoles have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it out. It's Burns. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Miami, Ohio's offense will go on the attack first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He's looking downfield to throw.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
The RedHawks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. To the air on first down. Snags it over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the RedHawks want to pick up the tempo. Guys, let's talk about the RedHawks. During the offseason, they go out, they get a top 25 recruiting class. That's nothing to scoff at. But the question is, how do they move up from here, David?
Well, and how do these talented young guys perform at this level, right? We don't really know. I mean, top 25 class is good. It's not elite, but how do these guys perform, Palmer, early day one in their career?
Yeah, they're going to have to grow up pretty quick because we expect to see a lot of these guys play meaningful snaps in this game here today as well. I think that's what the fans really want to see here today.
The RedHawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Fires to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in scrimmage that is completely wowing everybody. Now the question, can he do it when the lights are on and everybody's watching?
And I think receiver is the best spot to transfer being a freshman. Like, it's not the biggest adjustment. These guys aren't so much bigger that you're going against. It's speed. He has the speed. He has the hype. I'm excited to watch this debut.
Motion from the back. They'll go to the fullback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Noles are flying down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles!
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job, and the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Burns. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the RedHawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The RedHawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going up top again. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable, make him feel that pressure, keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the RedHawks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Sperry. It's complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the big fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Fullback's got it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The RedHawks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They didn't block the punt, but the pressure definitely affected him as he got that one away. And the returner goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And the Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Finding an escape route. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Run it with the fullback. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Snags it. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just... And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Kent State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And down he goes back at the 3.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Out of bounds at the 13, and that's just what the doctor ordered for this offense. And the RedHawks in the hurry up. On 3rd and long. He'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The RedHawks will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hard running there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try the run. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Toss to the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Berry. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Let's talk for a second about Miami of Ohio. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And the RedHawks headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no huddle.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to him on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
The RedHawks will punt it away on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Give to the fullback. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Back to throw, it's Berry. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Sends it back in motion. Try to get it to the edge. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Toss sweep to the right. Finds a little space. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll set up to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They boot it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the RedHawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got his man. They'll immediately call timeout. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Rides the back on the option, the give. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. The quick out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
The RedHawks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try to get outside. Got a little space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Noles line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Going right to work up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the RedHawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense putting points on the board.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The give from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The RedHawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Unloads quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the RedHawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The RedHawks will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Seminoles will punt this one away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Finds his back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. It's caught downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give on the inside. Slithers into space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the RedHawks moving quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll do it himself on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The RedHawks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the RedHawks decide to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Give to the big fullback. Now on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the toss. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to beat him to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The toss to the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Noles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Sperry. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
The RedHawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Gets it out quickly. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the RedHawks send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the back. Shakes off the defender. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air. It's Sperry. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Sends it back in motion. Give to the fullback. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The give to the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Noles can really attack on this second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
The RedHawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Oh, better look out. Quick spin on the run. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Handoff to the fullback. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. The give to the fullback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The big fullback's got it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He's got the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they're still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Got room to work. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Motion from the back. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Got his man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the fullback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Looking for room at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Sends it back in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the big fullback. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the RedHawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the left. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. The RedHawks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. Because the defense